Yo, what's up? This is IB2 actually. It's gonna be for IB2. What's up, motherfucker? We gotta just figure this out
Hey guys,
really
it's Core
quickly.
Ross and World War 6 News. Today I'm
This guy's gonna explain to us how the Fact 3.0 gonna work, bro.
going to go over the final piece of information
Very
we
good
have about Rank
information.
3.0 and how it's going to work. And this is the thing that was previously missing. And it's how they're going to do the skill reset when Rank 3.0 launches and every future season after that. And this all comes from Kudos's latest interview. I highly recommend you go check it out. And I absolutely love Kudos's interview style. So you'll find a link in the description below if you want to go watch it. So the details are that they're going to have a soft reset for the ranks from Copper up to Platinum. But then for the top skilled players, Emerald to Champion, they use the specific
You might want
wording.
to change that one to just Diamond and Champion, bro. Fuck Emerald, bro. Or just Champion. I don't know why Diamond's even in the picture
Squish
anymore.
them all together. So it's going to be super competitive when the new season starts off, because Emerald, Diamonds, and Champions will all be playing each other a lot in the new season.
So what
whereas
was the,
that lower
wait,
end
what did
is
this,
going to be
what
far.
did this guy even say, bro? I missed it, bro.
The specific wording, they're going to squish them all together. So it's going to be super competitive when the new season starts. Then for the soft reset for the ranks from Copper up to Platinum. But then for the top skill players, Emerald to Champion, they use the specific wording, they're going to squish them all together. So it's going to be super competitive when the new season starts off. Diamonds and Champions will all be playing each other.
Nah, I won't go, but this microphone's just trolling me, bro. Real talk, bro. Anyway, let's get into it, bro. Well, let's continue where we were, bro.
And it's going to be far more spread out skill-wise.
So they get squished
now, this
together,
is going to
bro.
have a big...
Basically how it is anyway.
The biggest one is going to be that there is restrictions on who can play with who. So a lot of players were going to make sure that they played all their games together so that they would never be able to not play with each other. And unfortunately, that means you can never really fix that, because you're going into Rank 3.0 with different people having different skill ratings, and there may never be a way to kind of totally even it up. But hopefully, season after season, and just being smart and how with each other, hopefully you can keep yourselves all within the range, so you don't get forced to not play with your friends. Now, you might be wondering, what does this mean for your placement matches? And this is
the microphone's on, the
microphone's
back.
A baseline skill, and as you play those placement matches, your skill is going up and down a little bit more erratically than it would be in normal games, until of course you played your 5 placement matches in rank 3.0, and then you are given your rank, which is also of course your skill. So this means if you're a copper skill player coming into rank 3.0 and you play your placement matches and you win every single one of them, you might end up, let's say, in gold. However, there might be a friend who had a skill rating of gold in the previous season and they win 50% of their games and they're still gold after they play their placements.
Talk about the best
now, also add on here that they've not been specific
and how that's going to affect us.
Nobody
cares about no gold fucking players, bro.
Specific numbers. So I'm guessing that means they're probably going to be tweaking it season to season, and this is just the first version of it. They've already told us they're going to update 3.0 as they go on, so I think whatever they're using here is not going to be set in stone for future seasons. However, I am going to give you a baseline guess here, because I think it's worth at least having a guess at this, even if it's not totally accurate, because it might help you to understand where you're going to be next season when you start your placement matches. So if we look at this, we've got our ranks copper up to champion. The only thing changing in rank 3.0 is there's going to be divisions in champion, so there'll be a bit more room at the top end. Now, if you're a brand new player, you've never played Siege before, and you get to the point where you can join ranked, you will start right here in the very middle, around about gold or silver. Now, this means when you have a rank reset, you're bringing things in from the outer perimeters. So that means if you have a skill rating of copper, when you start your placements for rank 3.0, your initial skill rating, you won't be able to see it during the placements, but it'll be around about bronze. Means if you win about 50% of your games, you'll probably come into that new season as a bronze. And of course, if you win more, you could probably get up to gold. If you lose more, you could easily get back into copper. And then as we move up the ranks and get to the midway point, silver and gold, you essentially just start at the normal starting point. You're not really that far off either way. And then as you go into platinum, you'll start a little bit higher than average. And then we know that emerald, diamond, and champion are getting squished together. That means they probably start with a skill rating somewhere at the top of platinum, because certainly with this reset, you're not going to be starting from exactly where you were. So an emerald player is not going to be an Emerald player in rank 3.0 at the placements. They're probably going to be top end of Platinum, and that's probably the case with the Diamonds and the Champion, because like they said, they're squishing them all together, so they're going to have a very similar skill rating. So I would say that top end of players is probably going to get squished down into the kind of top end
None of that made any sense to me. Let's continue.
Platinum and maybe the very bottom of Emerald. Now, I was going to do a tips and tricks video before rank 3.0 launched, but I was hoping that we're actually going to do a little bit of a test of it on the test server. They haven't, so I'm going to leave off all my tips and tricks until I've actually played rank 3.0 in the new season and got a real good feeling for it. Because
what's that noise, bro? It's my cat, bro. It's my cat. Oh, we're good. Let's just continue, man.
a lot of stuff from ranked 1.0, the tips you used to use back then, should all work in this new system, but I want to be sure. However, I can give you a tip that will definitely work, and that is do not play ranked for the first week of the new season. The reason is you're going to let those players from those different skill ratings spread out, and then when you jump in, hopefully you won't see any champions because they're way out of your skill rating now. And remember that in rank 3.0, your placement matches are the games that have the biggest initial impact. Then once you actually get your rank and start playing, those games will be very impactful until you play more and more and more, and then you'll get less and less points throughout the season.
But that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you can game it like that, but that's why this system is so much better, bro. Because if you beat the best players, bro, in placement matches, you guarantee your spot already. You get what I'm saying? So the better players will this is a real rank. I mean, we know this, but like I'm just saying, this is a real rank system and a real capitalistic system right here, bro. Where if I beat the best players in the game up front, bro, I get rewarded immediately. I don't have to fucking play the same people. Boom. Already, bro. Hitting them in champion, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure those first like 20 to 30 games are the best you can possibly do. So team up with a squad, win as many as you can, and hopefully you'll do very well in ranked 3.0. I'm very excited to try this out, and I will be jumping in the first week, even though it's not my recommended tip, because of course I want to see how it works, and then maybe a half decent little tips and tricks video going forward. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.
Anyway, I'm at this bitch, bro. Yo, excuse me, get off my screen, bro. We need to finish our Cup of the Champion. I don't know when the season comes out. I think it comes on Tuesday or some shit like that. I'm at like episode 5. We need to finish that, bro. I'm gonna have to log in, of course, bro, because I want both accounts champion. I don't get 2 fucks, bro. Anyway, be out, bro. I honestly, bro, I need to give more love to the channel.